Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SUI, render, and FET price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with a SUI where we are looking still, of course, at our latest impulse from the low over there, where we got, of course, a final low potential wave, wave 5 finished here, or of course, for this impulse wave 5, and finishing a structure can be, of course, a WX and a Y. And we saw this impulse toward the upside, meaning since this last low here, we start to be impulsive. And that means it should open, of course, the scenario for an ABC or for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. Now, currently on the 1 hour chart here, we can see, of course, a very, very long correction here. Probably, of course, can be correction, can be something impulsive. I'm going to also explain it. So basically, what we have here after this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 4 and a 5 today, of course, after this long time correction, it is very far to be a double 4, 5 from yesterday's scenario. Of course, we got an answer today, and that's why I decided, of course, to move and shift for a wave 2 there rather than a wave 4. And because, of course, as well, you can be very likely as well that you have a finished diagonal there in a wave 5, then a wave 4 again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish the double 1, 2s here, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. And that means, of course, a wave 1 very likely finished over there. And because of the timing here and the deep price as well that we are looking at, very likely that we are in a 0.38 fib level here in confluence with a potential A, B, and a C. The wave C here is an ending diagonal, probably unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So very likely that this target is required. Minimum target is 0.38 fib level. And I'm looking, of course, for something to continue toward the upside, whether we are in an ABC corrective wave or at least we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, of course, there is a possibility where you might move, of course, for a new low. What is this possibility? Well, this possibility, because this is, of course, the low, the lowest low that you took there, you might be in a possibility here of 3 waves up, 3 waves down here for an expanding flat wave B, and this was your wave C as an expanding flat, meaning can be, of course, a correction, and that we drop down impulsively again. Now, as of course signal that we might be in something risky to be impulsive downward is breaking, of course, this fib level first, and of course breaking this area. This is your red flag again. Okay, so this is a risk here that we might be in something impulsive because you pass the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning yes, it can be something as 1, 2, another 1, 2, and currently you're looking for another 1, 2, and we drop down. Okay, so which I doubt it still. Of course, I doubt it because we dive very deep already, and on the 4 hour chart, this looks like a finished structure, 5 waves already there. You took the low and you push very, very high, and of course, we push impulsively. Now, also another indication is that we have on the 5-minute chart a very strong signal for the bullish in divergence as well for SUI here, as you can see. And we have a very strong divergence. The price still very high from this invalidation, meaning you need to drop really to take the low to invalidate this, which I doubt it because you have a very early signal there. Also on the 3-minute chart, you have also a bullish signal, which is also in divergence. This is a 3-minute chart. So basically, I'm still expecting something to unfold for higher, especially, of course, at this price here, the 1.59 or the 1.58 for SUI. Now, we took the low. The diagonal currently, right now, is finished somehow, can be finished, and we can start to move for higher. Okay. So basically, I'm still, of course, in a higher possibility to continue for something forward for upper side rather than continuation for something very strong. Now, of course, breaking this area, okay, that is a red flag. We might dive deeper. Of course, you still have the testing area for a perfect wave 2 there, but yeah, I mean, I cannot really wait for that time. Of course, we have to be careful. We're gonna test it there, but yeah, in that time, it's a very massive move again taking all the impulse that we saw, yeah, already, and invalidated probably. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for. SUI possibility still there, breaking this. Okay, possibility goes down. Now, the next one we have here is render. For render as well on the 4 hours chart, don't forget also that you got the low here. You finished a structure, 5 waves, and you got the low. And we push also impulsively toward the upside. Now, because of the deep, very deep correction, definitely this is not a wave 4. So yeah, I revised, of course, the impulse again, and of course we have a 1 2 1 2 3 4 and a 5, a 4 and a 5 finishing as ending diagonal there in a wave 1 or a wave A. And that means, of course, after this very deep correction, knowing that it is 3 waves, by the way, B and a C, and you have 1 2 3 4 5. Currently we are reaching the perfect fib levels there. And of course, in confluence was 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. And this might unfold, of course, something, of course, bullish, because we finish here kind of like a corrective structure. We would like to see, of course, something pushing for higher. Okay, so now breaking again, this level is your red flag, and definitely, of course, we're very close then to break the perfect area, meaning 886, reducing the possibility for higher prices, hiring the possibility to take the low. In this case scenario, well, if this happens, that means, of course, also you might be here in an ABC running flat, because, of course, an impulse here is, of course, a little bit a question mark. And, of course, you finish 5 waves then, failing to take the high, meaning you failed, of course, this expanding flat, turning it into running flat. And then, of course, a continuation toward the downside, because running flat here meaning, of course, something bearish. Now, if something bearish is unfolding there, that means you are in 1 2 1 2. Probably this is your wave 3 4 5 4 and a 5. Okay, meaning breaking this area, definitely 1.63 is, of course, a signal that something is bearish there unfolding. Yep, so these are also the possibility here for render. So I'm still looking, guys, I'm still looking at least for ABC, honestly, or a 1 2 3 4 and a 5, a kind of like a retracement, maybe bigger ABC in an impulse, correction impulse, and then probably dropping down later on, because this needs to unfold something like this as an X, okay? And then dropping down in case we want to finish a bigger structure here on time. Yeah, don't forget that the timing is very essential in 3 waves, triangle 3 waves for a wave Y. And that means, of course, yes, we need something toward the upside, anything. It can be corrective. And therefore, I'm still expecting, of course, continuation toward the upside here, especially after a potential finish structure there. And, of course, a signal of strength. So that's why, of course, I'm still convinced in the higher prices, though. For FET, well, FET as well is showing some weakness there. We're going to dive in. But don't forget that you might still in a leading diagonal here. Or it can be, of course, a potential 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and you finished a structure there. But this structure, maybe the wave Y here, because you finished a structure wave A, probably the wave Y has to be ABC then. And the ABC, well, you require a wave B, which it should be something for higher there. On the 1 hour chart, of course, after this impulse, potentially 1, A, B, and a C, probably wave 2, a longer wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking the high, we see a deep correction. And that's why I changed, of course, the label to be in a wave 2. That's, of course, because of the signal of a wave 2 there. Hitting currently perfectly the fib levels for wave 2 in the blue box, as a potential, of course, an ABC here, where you have an A, B, and a C, somehow like that, where your wave A is 3 ways down, and then wave B, of course, and you're looking here for something also. I believe even this is much more likely to be WXNY, honestly, but because on the 50-minute chart, you cannot see clearly with FET the price, but still can be a possibility. Now, if we are in several 1 2, I doubt it a little bit, because this 1 2 there didn't took the high even, and this looks like 3 waves. So unless, of course, you are in a diagonal as well, wave A probably is there. and wave B given there. And currently you're looking for a wave C deeper. So that is also a question mark. To be watched, of course, is the 0.786 because this might be very deep. Meaning if you take here the one-to-one fib level taken from the A to the B, well, the one-to-one fib level is going to reach below the 886. Unless it's going to take the uncommon target here for a wave C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somehow like this, and start to push for higher. So FET, yes, is weaker here, the weakest. Somehow it shows a lot of weakness within this wave too, but we're gonna watch, of course, step by step, guys. Red flag is breaking below and taking, of course, the 886. Okay, so that was it for the altcoins SUI, Render, and FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.